Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's episode of MySTREAMy Brony Theater 4000. Sorry we haven't been with you guys for a while, but you know, I'm just a guy who's traveling all over the place, going here, there, up and down, all around, all over the place. Hey!
He isn't.
Yes, I am.
No,
Yes, I am.
not really.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So, as usual, today I'm joined with these three schlobs, Zach, Justin, and Cruiser.
One of those three people is me.
Or
one of these people's not like the other.
It's like right there. It's just
One of these people is faceless.
It's Cruiser because he sucks at everything. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh! That's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged quote.
Oh my.
So tonight's episode is called Pass the Mustard because pass the mustard. Mustard is delicious.
Shit, I have to go into the fridge for that.
It's funny because I was actually watching a whole bunch of Ed, Edd n Eddy recently. Favorite cartoon of all time. And one of my favorite moments is when Double D's, they're trying to see what the key unlocks, and Double D's like rambling on, and then Eddie just tells him to shut up, and he looks at Ed and goes like, Ed, do you understand anything Double D was saying? Pass the mustard. I was watching the scene where they're going on the roller coaster. Ed's having a good time while Double D and Eddie are screaming, and they go through a loop, and you could hear Ed in the distinct background yelling, "Let's sing a song!" I'm like looking at myself. I'm like, oh my.
That show.
I'm still hoping we can actually get some of the guys to appear on the podcast or the stream, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
We do know that Tony Sampson actually just released his first album.
Nice.
He released a full album, but despite being a voice in G2, he doesn't want anything to do with ponies. It's just not his thing.
That's fine.
Hopefully we can change that because according to Evan, we are in the middle of a rebrand.
We are what?
Did you say you're going to rebrand the stream?
Yeah, I'm going to be rebranding the stream once things get worked out. Sorry to answer this question here. By the way, we didn't have a stream last week because I was away from my computer, and I have all the streaming equipment, and everything's going crazy, and he's going crazy, Justin's going crazy, Zach's going crazy. We had to take a look at him. He's eating.
I've been crazy since I was a child.
Yeah, Evan.
Yeah, and Zach's.
Friend you turned out to be.
Well, Zach's a psychomaniac, so that's kind of revealing there.
No, he's a Lego maniac.
Lego maniac.
I did in fact do a small quick 10-minute stream where I introduced my girlfriend to you guys, and you know, Cruiser has seen her, and you know she's a good person.
Yeah, and
she is hot. You call my girlfriend not hot?
Not to my standards.
I don't know. I don't care for a girl's looks, honestly. I care for like personality.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. I mean, you're absolutely right, but there still needs to be a physical attraction there.
Oh wait, hold on. That's right. Derpy is Best Pony, who's a fan of ours, actually made me and Zach some fan art. I'm gonna show you guys in a moment. I just gotta switch screens so no one can.
Hey, thanks a lot, Derpy.
Yeah, thanks, Derpy. It's really nice of you to do that.
Oh, I see how it is. Oh, there goes Zach.
We lost Zach?
Yeah, we lost Zach.
Fuck!
There he is.
There he is.
Zach, you're so shy you left the stream.
Discord disconnected for a second.
Bullshit! Okay, so I need to get the thing up here. I kind of blocked out things so nobody can see it. But here's an image addressed to it, and they look amazing. I thought they were cute. He turned us into trading cards. So I'm gonna put so it's in the
trading cards, you say?
Yeah, he made us into MLP trading cards. I'm gonna show you guys the cards right here. It's in the chat below. Just pull it out. Oh crap! I gotta friggin'.
See, I used to actually play the card game.
Yeah, me too.
I still have my cards I'm trying to get rid of.
Let's see here. Like what he did there for Zach. He bucking loves cheese. He has a blade tails that can cut things, and he's gorgeous.
I can tell you the cost is too damn high.
Yep. I'm Evan Unicorn and Zach's Unicorn. I love it. It's
you want to know how much?
I like how they're not even. I like how they're not even character cards. They're event and items.
Are they really?
Yeah, the yellow one is an item.
Well, a night with Evan. Well,
is an event.
Everybody knows that a night with Evan is a magnificent event, and
Yeah, he actually pays you to sleep with him.
Shut up, Justin. Does that mean and Zach's the ultimate item.
He's the cheese dip. You bring him to the party.
He's delicious. Zach,
You have to have a cheesy flank.
I can't help it if Zach is delicious.
Magically delicious.
Evan eats Zach's cheese.
I don't know how that works. I don't know why people refer to it as cheese, but like the thing is that you know, I like how Zach's always quiet for a brief moment, and then just says something just as a response.
Anyway, so let's see here. What's been going on?
It's okay, Derpy. They look nice. Thanks for the cards. They're really nice. You don't need to apologize. You're creative. Sorry, go on, Cruiser.
I can just imagine what Jablonski's card is going to be. It's going to be nothing. It's going to be a blank canvas because he doesn't have an OC on the show.
Give it time. No, it should be that one gag you're trying to come up with a Finster's mom. It should just be him in the drag costume. Oh, we have fun.
My tummy's giving me the giving the rumblies.
I actually saw Christopher. That reminds me.
That only hands can satisfy.
Oh my God! All right, let's pull it up here and get this thing down there. What is Justin Jablonski eating?
I'm eating gummy hands. Gummy hands for when your tummy gives you the rumblies.
It's so you can get a massage on the inside.
What the heck is a gummy hand? It's like
If gummy sharks are the superior gummy form.
Okay, well,
And please tell me someone got that reference too. I swear.
okay. Well,
Sounds familiar, but I really can't remember.
Carl!
Oh yeah.
Lana.
so let's go ahead and get this started.
Lana, I did vote. Sorry.
Now, as a lot of you guys do know, next year is going to be the last year for BronyCon. They're closing their doors.
Okay.
The only thing we have on as to why is because the attendance has been dropping, but we don't know why that is. So we don't have enough information. But I think it can, be more than likely it's a multitude of factors. As Jablonski pointed out to me earlier, the show is no longer at its popularity, so that's one reason. Another is after maybe close to 8 years of the show, we've pretty much met everybody, at least most, who go to these conventions. So there needs to be some new blood. And what they did for BronyCon this year, they did it for the most part. They got Lena Hall, who played Countess Coloratura. She was only there for 2 days. Her line was massive. So I think that's one reason they need to get some new blood in there so they can bring more people. And I think another reason being is because Baltimore's a pretty expensive city.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, whenever I've gone to Everfree, you fly into the Seattle airport, you take a free shuttle over to the Seattle Airport Hotel, the festivities are right there. That's it. I don't need and you got plenty of eating establishments that are right next door. Okay, you don't have to walk blocks on end just to get something to eat. So, I think convenience is another reason, possibly also price as well. It's not that the price of the con is expensive; it's just everything else.
True.
Yeah, when we were there, we had parking was $30 a day. So add that to the price tag.
Yeah, it's convention centers are never usually cheap. Personally, one thing I will say is that this isn't a big end of the fandom kind of thing there. I mean, let me tell you something that was going on here. Not so long ago, Invader Zim is a popular show. Everybody likes Invader Zim for the most part, and everybody has a lot of fun with it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, at least they love Gurr.
Well, I like Zim.
He can be a bit too annoying for me, just mainly with his stupidity. I get that's the point, but after a while, it's like, dude, please learn something.
I like him because he's egotistical and always full of himself. But then, who doesn't like Dib? He's a very spastic, crazy guy. You guys know, Justin and Zach, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Zach
But anyway, go ahead, continue, please, Evan.
Well, Zach didn't say anything, so, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, apparently the Invader Zim had a fan base. They still have a good underground fandom, and they actually did have 2 conventions in its span of its life, Invader Con and another one. And
I can actually give you a better example.
Okay, please.
Well, here's the thing.
Firefly.
Like, what? Firefly, yeah, that was a fandom.
Firefly, yeah. I thought you said Butterfly at first.
Did Firefly have a convention?
Yeah, that was a very popular show on Fox. It only lasted for 1 season, but it still has...
Fandom's still going strong.
What's that?
Fandom is still going strong. I'm a brown coat myself.
Did they have a convention? Did Firefly have a convention?
I don't know if they have a convention, but I'm like more like in the sense of shows that aren't around anymore, but fandoms are.
Yeah, well, like that's the thing. Like
yeah, they always make appearance at other cons, just they don't have a con of their own.
Like I said, I'm part of a lot. I'm part of a lot of fandoms. Like I recently just got into the Earthbound fandom, and one of the which side note, I did finally beat. Love the game. Good ending. But yeah, like even like I said, today, the Earthbound fandom has been going on for how long now? Like 20 years now, and it's not brought up in the media, but it's still a fandom that's out there and people know about it. So it's the same thing as Bronies. It's gonna be living on forever. They just melded into geekdom. You're gonna go to a convention and maybe
what I've been saying too.
It's like you're gonna go to a convention and maybe you might see a Fluttershy plushie on a shelf. Not a lot of them, but you know.
Oh, the Comic-Con I went to, there was a lot more pony stuff than I thought there was gonna be.
Which con? The one you went to where you met Austin St. John?
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, get this, Jablonski. I actually ordered this.
All right.
Hey Zach, look at Cruiser's pillows.
You're jealous. Just admit it. Okay, anyway.
I'm not a who head.
For those of you who don't know, Austin St. John played the original Red Ranger on the original Power Rangers, the very first generation. And he actually started his own online store because he actually couldn't take scalpers who were, just buying collectibles, having them sell them, having him sign them, and then selling for him for a very unfair price. So he just started his own store. And I recently got this from it.
Cool.
Now, if you're wondering what it says on there, it says, you didn't think I was going to do this without the original Red Ranger, did you? Which was a line in the Forever Red episode.
Can you actually repeat what it says again? You kind of timed out there.
Okay. You didn't think I was going to let you do this without the original Red Ranger, did you?
Nice.
Which was a line he said in the Forever Red episode, where they got, 11 of the Red Power Rangers for one episode, and I think Dino Thunder. And basically, they were trying to get Steve Cardenas, but he was moving and they couldn't reach him. The days before cell phones.
Yeah, it must have been really annoying.
And what are you doing, Evan?
I'm Evan in the sky with diamonds in the eyes. I don't know. You actually want me to tell you what these are?
Yeah, do it.
Okay, but it's for season 5. I'm gonna make this interesting, people. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna mute this and tell them what these are, so that way I can't give any spoilers. You guys ready? 3, 2, 1, and. We were all freaking out. Anyway, yeah, I got these at Delaware for a thing with season 5, and they're gonna play a role. Anyway, you're on.
So for people that haven't seen anything from my Twitter feed or whatever, I got quite a few things, including the autograph and selfie with Austin St. John. I also got to meet Zordon.
Oh, I met him before.
And on the autograph, he said, "May the power protect you." And he personalized it too.
Sounds like a condom phrase.
I got to meet what's his name? It's like Mark. It was like Mark Frank, the guy that does Godzilla comics.
I love that Reptar poster.
Oh, Matt Frank. Yeah, Matt Frank.
Cool.
I was like, I swear, I hope this is a print because I want it. I also got I got a little plushie Cyndaquil because every convention I have to get a Pokemon plush.
Yeah, remember Rainbow Dash Eric Bennett?
Yeah.
He actually has an album on his Facebook called The Pokedex where he shoots photos of cosplayers of their cosplaying Pokemon. And he's trying to fill the Pokedex. It's really creatively awesome.
I got an exclusive pop vinyl of Squirrel Girl.
Ew.
An exclusive pop of Eraserhead.
Is that a movie?
From My Hero Academia.
Oh, him.
And there's a reason why I only put that picture in the chat for.
Why?
I also got this.
If he comes back in a superhero costume that's really small, I'm gonna be dead. This stream is over.
Just spandex.
I want to see her. I want to see Justin Jablonski in spandex.
There can only be one.
Yeah, well, I'm the negative one.
Yeah, my mother has the katana. I have the claymore of Duncan MacLeod.
As we all, that's nice. As all of us know, The Highlander was a documentary.
Okay, I at least remember Mel Gibson. Okay.
And there were mountains. And magic. And Mel Gibson. I want a t-shirt that says...
Yeah, this was basically my whole birthday gift. is my Duncan MacLeod sword.
Nice. But yeah, no,
I'm gonna put this thing back in the closet before the cat gets
Okay, we got a question for Zach. Zach, Derpy is Best Pony asks, Zach, why do you love cheese?
I mean, like, it goes good on anything. Like, it's a very versatile food.
Delicious. For me, I mean, like, I like it on some stuff.
My favorite's pepper jack.
Now, going back to what we were discussing before with pony cons and whatnot, even though we're losing BronyCon, there's already 2 new conventions. There's one that started this year in Las Vegas, which, according to Charlie Worthley, who runs Cider Fest and Winning City PonyCon, went off without a hitch. Everybody, it was a great success. And another one we have coming next year in Texas called HarmonyCon. So there's going to be options.
And it's not like we're really. It's the number's going to stay the same because even though we're getting those 2 cons, okay. Texas's first pony convention, Nightmare Nights, has been over for like a year or 2.
Mm-hmm.
Or this is its first year not happening anymore. I think the last one was last year.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, we don't have Nightmare Nights. BrodyCon is ending next year. And if I read the tweet right, Crystal Mountain PonyCon is over this year.
I don't know what that is. Basically, one of the things I want to point out here is that, to be honest, since this is the final year, I am going to try my hardest to go to BronyCon. Me and Joey Oropeza are going to be joining forces together to see if we can make it possible.
Have you told Bruce yet? Because I've been trying to get a hold of him.
Yeah, I sent him a message about it, but he didn't really respond much back. He's going to be over my place soon, like possibly next week, and I'll talk to him about it, see what he wants to do. Like me, Bruce, and him and Joey could probably join forces. By the way, want to see a quick side story here? Check out what I got at Five Below. It's a tripod for my phone, right?
It's a selfie stick.
No, it's not a selfie stick.
Well, technically a selfie pod, we'll say.
If you can take a selfie on a Dude, it's a tripod. It's used for video. Like, how are you going to take a selfie from a distance? Like, you're going to look like, ugh. Heck, if you were to poke it, it would fall over. But yeah, I got it at Five Below. It's like with these flexible legs, except the moment I tried to flex one of the legs, it broke. And then I tried flexing the other leg. It broke. I flexed the other leg. It broke. I'm like, I don't care. I just wanted this part anyway. Now it looks like a rocket pack. I can just put it on my thing here, and then it'll be good. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been getting my amiibos from Five Below.
Oh yeah, that's right. They sell amiibos.
Been putting them in there.
I forgot. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna try to go this year. I'm gonna see what's going on. Maybe we can try and get Zach down there. Zach, you want to go to BronyCon?
Yes. It's possible.
We'll see what we can do. We should start a Kickstarter. Send Zach to BronyCon.
knowing our fans, they'll fund it too.
Yeah, all of them there. All high donators will get a piece. Will get an autograph from Zach and a voice message of him saying, "Hey, I'm Zach. How you doing?" Oh my god.
Yeah, I got my own reasons why I'm not gonna bother going, but
Derby's Best Pony says Justin is the best 3D pony in MLBT 4K.
Which one?
yay!
All of them.
Yes.
Anyway, but yeah, we are losing Crystal Mountain PonyCon 2. But according to inside sources, though, that con's been a dumpster fire from its very beginning. So.
Oh, really?
Ouch.
Yeah, a dumpster fire that's been going on for 6 years. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well,
the Springfield tire fire has been going on for a long time in The Simpsons, so that works.
So, yeah, so it seems like whenever we lose a con, we gain another one. But if you do, I will say this though, if you do want these cons to be around, there's two things that need to stay afloat. It needs attendees and it needs volunteers. So if you really do care, you gotta do one of the two.
Yeah.
And if you can't do one of the two, see if there's a way you can still donate to them. Because they do need cash. Nobody does this for free except for the volunteers.
Even then, they usually get some sort of perk.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like the guests of honor that get the people from the show, they don't do this for free. Okay, like you actually have to pay for them to be there. You got to pay their fee, their travel, and their food. Usually, it depends on the contract, but
that's it's usually how it goes from what I've heard. It's their fee, travel, hotel, food, and whatever and that's kind of why they also charge for their autographs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you have to understand that this is still a business. People are here to make money, and that's okay. You know, if you're trying to make it out there as either like an artist, a performer, or whatever, you'll realize very fast that you have to make money doing it.
Yeah, it's a business regardless.
So yeah, so if you do care, see what you can do. See if you can go. See if you can volunteer. If you can't do either, see if you can donate. Because I mean, like this is expensive. It takes like a small fortune to actually put on a convention. And that's just to pay for things. And you still have to try to find volunteers to do it. And Evan, what are you eating?
M&M's.
You're eating a wrapper?
I can hear the scream.
No, it's right here. Let me dark you eat each M&M and
what
then...
What kind are you eating?
The regular plain chocolate M&M's.
Blasphemy. The crunchy M&M's are the way to go.
It's all about peanut M&Ms, you savages.
Yeah, well,
shut up, you uncomfortable swine.
Yeah, for a guy who's really devoted to that, you sure are knowledgeable in knowing that they're not called crunchy M&Ms, you dipshit.
Oh, there's the kitty!
Yep.
Great.
Anyway.
Of course, he's on my hoodie.
So, show your support for these conventions, people. You want them to be around, you gotta play your part too. So,
like in the song.
What's that, Evan?
I said, like in the song.
Exactly.
You'll play your part.
Mm-hmm. Now, the other thing too, I would also recommend just to keep the fandom and the community going, is that there has to be new blood. Okay, there needs to be, people creating new content, and what I'm hoping I can do is convince a convention to do a panel, or not even a panel, an event called Brony Star Search. For those of you who don't know, there was a show called Star Search that was kind of like a talent show. That was like in the 80s. You go up there, you perform a skill, they rate you, and whoever wins gets their name promoted. I'm hoping I can convince the convention to do the same thing. Let's get someone out there who has, say, under 500 subscribers, and present their content to a panel and to whoever attends, and they can vote to see who has the best content, and see if the community guests tweet out their latest content, be it a video, a picture, whatever, just so we can try to promote new talent.
Oh,
I refuse to acknowledge that person. I'm sorry, but anybody who threatens other people, especially their mother, I refuse to acknowledge them. And the other thing too is just because BronyCon is ending, of course the fandom's not going to end, but the friends you've made in this community are not going to end either. I mean, what's up?
What's up?
Somebody say something?
No.
Okay. You're still gonna have your friends as long as you keep it that way. And matter of fact, I do know that Will and Katie are planning some sort of a road trip at some point, and I'm seeing if they can actually stop by here in Florida, possibly Orlando, visit some of the parks.
By the way, can I give once again, subject change here, a big happy birthday wish to Thespio de Wilsonator today?
Yes, I already sent the tweet out to him.
Yeah, by the way, I want to point out here, Cruiser, thanks for ruining my birthday joke. Fucking ass.
What? I didn't know what a Biffy Diffy was.
Hippie Biff Dip is like a funny way of saying happy birthday. Clearly, and I like how Will was able to pick it up and you didn't. Also, it's Bruce Carr's birthday today as well.
Well, he liked what I said, what I sent him.
What, Will?
Yeah, I sent Will it was a GIF of Chris Farley from the Chippendales skit from Saturday Night Live coming out of a birthday cake dancing.
Nice.
See, I actually just sent him a video wishing him a happy birthday, directly to him, not on social media.
Oh yeah.
And then speaking of birthdays,
oh, boy.
Next Sunday is mine.
And how many years old will you?
I am going to be level 27.
27 bells.
Let's just say I have stuff planned.
Oh, you're going to a titty bar.
No, actually, it's for, but you guys will see.
It's a good thing
you guys will see what I have cooked up.
It's a good thing you said no after that, because I was gonna say, what, you're going to a dick bar or something. But that's the thing. I gotta remember to get.
Well, I'm not objective to both, but at the same time, I got a girlfriend.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I gotta remember to get a thing on my soundboard of SpongeBob and Patrick going, "Happy birthday."
I prefer. I had a bunch of fun yesterday when they kept going about the original 3 Nicktoons.
Zach.
Mm-hmm.
Saying oh, how old were you when these came out? -1 week.
Now, as far as BronyCon highlights, prior to BronyCon, one of the writers, Amy Keating-Rogers, was announced as a guest, and she said she was going to bring her ukulele and perform some songs. So I sent her a message on Twitter saying, "Dear God, do not sing Hey Soul Sister." Yeah, she goes, why? The lyrics are so awful. The lyrics are fun. I'm like, okay, lady, let's read them over here. Okay.
I'm surprised you really. I'm surprised you were able to say all this on Twitter. May I add, with all the small character counts.
Well, no, it was a back and forth, dude.
What, it was a direct messaging?
No, I give her a post, she replies, and I reply to that, and so on and so forth.
Well, there's actually a question here I want to answer. What do you do on your first day of 9th grade? I'm so nervous. As a college graduate, when it comes to 9th grade, hey DJ, how you doing? So clearly kids are going back to school these days, and I know a lot of people are going to high school. It's going to be scary at first. You just got to try and stick with your friends, but when it comes to high school, my advice is to make the most of it. Jablonski, can you fill this in?
I'll say this. Be yourself. Try to stay under the radar, because a lot of, especially nowadays, a lot of high schoolers like to go after the freshmen. Also, make friends with the biggest person that you can find.
Zach, give her some advice, please.
Don't die.
This has been advice by Zach Wanamaker.
I mean, it's good advice for a lot of things other than school.
And of course, we got Justin
Just
Sprower.
make friends with the jocks, because no one screws with the jocks. And if you're friends with them, should be okay.
Okay, Sprower, you.
Run. High school was a miserable experience for me. I hated it.
Yeah, I did too, though at the same time my school was shit, so... Well, schools.
So, anyway.
Yeah, that's gonna calm down the person who's nervous to go to high school. Thanks a lot, man. Anyway, move on.
So anyway, yeah.
do great.
I was telling her, okay, like, the lyrics are fine. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at them, lady. I'm so obsessed, my heart is bound to beat out my untrimmed chest. Really? Chest hair? That does it for you, ladies? This guy had 2 syllables of space to fill up, and he came up with one of the most disgusting analogies ever.
Clearly, he's not been to Italy.
Let's keep going here. Let's see here. So gangster, I'm so thug, you're the only one I'm dreaming of. You just equated a possible murderer in a love song. And perhaps the whitest love song of all time. And she's like, okay, that chest hairline is not going to sound right coming out of me. And then so we had this back and forth, and suddenly we meet up at the con. I'm about to do press with her, and she goes, oh, I'm going to sing that song. Luckily, I wasn't there for it because I had more interviews to do.
Yeah. Next thing you know, he'll start. You can get Justin Sprower to start talking about Skater Boy. If you start talking about Skater Boy, I'm gonna make you sing it.
Jablonski's Frozen.
Today.
He was a skater boy. She said, "See you later, boy."
You hate that song, Evan, or you like it?
I hike it.
That doesn't tell me anything.
It's not bad. I think it's catchy. She was a skater boy. She said, "See you later, boy." I just want to get.
She rhymed boy with boy. That's some grade A writing.
Well, he wasn't good.
No, they rhymed skater with later.
Oh, I get it. That's actually kind of clever. But I mean, he wasn't good enough for her. Except now he's a superstar.
He's not good enough for anybody. She's a punk poser.
Well, now he's a superstar slamming on his guitar.
Not anymore. His career died a long time ago.
Who sang that song?
Avril Lavigne.
Ouch.
Hey guys.
What happened?
Sorry, but my decided to crap out on me.
Ouch. It even gives you like the frowny emoji. That's like one of the worst.
Anyway,
okay, so
the very first press interview I did was actually with the writers, and the very first question I had was for M.A. Larson. Now, for those of you who don't know, M.A. Larson wrote Fame and Misfortune, and he actually denounced that episode. He doesn't like it. So I asked him, how do you feel about the fans who do like that episode? And he goes, they're idiots. Like, gee, thanks. I actually liked it. But no, like, there are definitely elements of that episode he does like, but he just thought, and he was even okay with the commentary portion of things about how the fandom can be, you know, a little nuts. But he just thought
little nuts.
But he just thought the lesson was bad. Now he didn't think it was a good lesson. Because
So, never mind. Go ahead. I thought you were done.
Essentially, the lesson was, you know, be careful what you put out there, and it's like, well, that's a horrible lesson to teach children.
I don't know. I mean, like, be careful what you put out there. I mean, who knows? The worst could happen. You could come up with a series called Mystery Brony Theater 4000, and then that's all. Everything goes to hell.
And it barely gets any viewers.
Looks like my computer's back up. Before I switch back, who wants to see my collection shelves?
Yeah, let's do it. Show us.
All right.
I'll full screen you. Cool. I don't know what that is.
Okay. I'll have to.
It's a deal.
I'll have to at least pull up the sleeve.
Ooh,
Man.
it's signed.
Yep. I got that for free because the retro convention I went to.
Yeah, I met the voice of Skeletor
They,
one time. Skeletor.
What car?
Mm-hmm.
Chris,
Brett Scott.
My
Money, we gotta
buddy
go
got
to
me
the
that for
future.
my birthday.
Money, we gotta go back to the future. Yeah, Zordon.
My Power Rangers stuff in Super Sentai.
Not enough. Still needs a lot of work. You should see what Bruce's old friend Salda looks like with his collection.
There's some of my pop vinyls.
I never got those things.
I
I
like
don't
them.
know why they were so popular.
Yeah, I don't like how Funko Pop figures look.
Got my
Oh, you got one of those rare
my
squid.
amiibos.
Mm-hmm.
Look, he got it. Look,
The
you
other
got.
pops.
You're gonna share a Coke with Justin.
Yeah.
Sorry, he prefers Coke
That
Zero.
was this was a pain to find. My mom actually found it.
You had
Either
to
my mom or my sister that found that.
You had to find it.
Yeah. Because no one, like, every place I looked didn't have it. A gift from like last year from my girlfriend. Since I'm a huge Parks and Rec fan.
Ron Swanson is the best.
Matching hair clips.
Kurt Macklin, FBI.
Is that Ridley up there? Oh no, that's Dactar. I forgot about him.
Yeah.
All right.
All these are signed except for the Umbreon picture I won in the
got-
contest.
I can see that. You got the voice of Umbria? Oh yeah, you got that. That's the guy who voiced Saitama.
Okay, who's signed that piece of paper?
Yeah, I've shown that plenty of times, but I haven't found it.
I forgot his name.
And also just because my books, and I'm waiting for the third one to come out for Pennyroyal.
I don't know. I always thought Justin Jablonski would have his bookshelves filled with like Goosebumps or something like that. Okay.
Kind of. I wasn't a fan as a kid. Also, my at least physical copies of games.
I don't know what those are. What are those we got?
Legend of Zelda. I picked that back up. Octopath Traveler, fun game. Oh my god. Mario Kart. I only play that with my girlfriend, and Blaze Blue, along with Pokemon and another Monster Hunter.
Was that a summoning circle?
And kind of. It's actually my shrine since I'm Druid. Or kind of part of my religion. Only reason why there's nothing on it right now is because my cat keeps knocking shit over. And speaking of my cat,
Aw,
He wants to be on the stream too.
and then my a closer look at my plushes. I got like a face hug. I got a face hugger in the back. His name's Fred.
Fred the face hugger.
I just see Megumin's hat.
Huh?
Yeah.
And there's
Yeah.
a creeper.
Like Kirara. I like Vulpix. She's like,
Yeah,
woo!
that was gifted.
Got like a fucking creeper in there. What are
Yeah,
you, like 5 years old? Come on, man.
For those that haven't seen my desk, this is where the magic happens. Even though it's completely and utter chaos right now.
So you gotta do
That's
this.
exactly where the magic happens. That's where, that's the most pornographic place in his room.
We're not entirely wrong.
Cute.
But yeah, this is my little that's pretty much the tour. Gotta log back into my computer.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, give me a bit.
That's one thing there. I like how you did get that thing from Saito. Ah, damn it, Zach!
Okay. Oh yeah. The press interviews. The other thing. Another one of the writers that was there was Nick Confalone, who did like the Saddle Row review, which was one of Finn the Pony's favorite episodes. And he also did No Second Prances. And for those of you who actually follow the analysis community and their thoughts on it, if you recall, at the end of the episode, Trixie needed Starlight to do a magic trick that was very dangerous. She was going to fire herself into a Manicore's mouth, escape, and appear in some box.
Delicious.
However, Trixie, Trixie did, betray Starlight. She wasn't there. Trixie did the trick anyway. And a lot of people took that as an allegory for suicide. So I had to ask Nick if this was accurate. And he said, I'm going to have to give you a non-answer for this one. I'm like, oh. So
answer is still an answer.
Like, there is a secret behind this.
Well, honestly, like I not surprising, I had to give a non-answer one time during a panel.
Well,
when was this?
He would not tell me the answer on camera. He's like, nope, forget it, not gonna do it.
Probably because if we get in trouble.
Well, not with Hasbro, actually. I did ask him later, said I keep it off the record, and he told me, but I'm going to keep my word and not tell people. So I know the secret and no one else.
You'll take it to the grave.
Oh, I can make it. Oh, that's so easy. I can make you talk. Everybody, go to Cruiser Brony's Twitter page and start flooding it with pictures of guys dressed as Sonic.
Oh, my wallpaper.
Wow, it looks like a booting up Discord screen.
If you ever, I think it's more of my cover in the back, but if you ever listen to I think it was like Forever Free. One of the artists, yep. You know what that song? You know what that's what song that's for, right?
No, I heard of the artist, but I don't know what song that's for.
It's one of his new ones called Miscommunication.
Mm-hmm.
Really good song, and like I said, really the fan stuff is the only thing. Well, fan stuff and EG are really the only things I bother with it anymore. Everything else, I'm just kind of, eh.
Which brings me to another thing about at least the current state of the fandom. I asked Charlie about this because he runs 2 PonyCons himself, and he said right now the fandom is stable, but we have to get over this G5 hurdle. We have to see, what's going to happen with the 5th generation of the show. And I spoke to one of the writers who, asked me to keep this anonymous. He based on his gut opinion, working for the company, he believes that the leap to G5 is going to be okay. And I actually believe he's right, because here's the thing. I think because of the... Kitty, what are you doing? Okay, let's wait for Jablonski.
Oh, please continue.
There we go. Okay,
I just didn't want to interrupt you.
Based on the success of Friendship is Magic, he believes that Hasbro now sees the value of quality while trying to push a product. They are going to do what's going to be best for them to get the most money. So if they want to continue that, then they're going to do something that is just as good as Friendship is Magic or just as bad or better. A decrease would mean low sales. So I think he's right. I do believe that the transfer to the 5th generation will be fine. Hasbro still has not given any word about what was leaked, so I really can't say much of that. I have heard what they're going to do supposedly with Applejack, and that's give her a more urban feel-like character, which I think is a horrible idea, to be honest.
I'll cautious optimism. I will give Gen 5 a chance.
Oh, of course I'll give Gen 5 a chance. Because frankly, like we've been around this long, we might as well see what they're going to do. I believe you should embrace G5. Now, I'm not saying you have to automatically like it, but if you remember what happened when Equestria Girls first hit the scene, Bronies rallied against it, and now it's one of the most celebrated branches of the series.
I will say the first movie is...
The first movie, the only problem with the first movie is that it was rushed.
Yeah, I felt that too, but it at least to me, it felt like really corny, and it's like, this is obvious fucking push. From the second on was actually good.
Well, I think that that movie came out when they were doing season 3, which was their shortest season.
Yeah.
So they were kind of scrambling to think of something to do, and along came this movie. And again, which again, I still say is rushed, but I don't think it was as bad as people love to say it is. I'd say it's like maybe a 7 out of 10 for me. Definitely rushed, definitely had its problems. But they obviously learned from that because Rainbow Rocks, fantastic. Friendship Games.
I agree with that.
Yeah, Friendship Games, I believe was rather good. Everfree, fun, but not as good.
Yeah, I agree on that. To me, it's I'm just gonna go by numbers. 2, 3, 4. Then 1.
I actually agreed with that order. Because the other reason I think the first Question Girls didn't do so well is because I don't think fans wanted to hate Sunset Shimmer.
They made her. I will say this. Even though the redemption is the best part of the series, they just made her so one note. It's generic bully, not like.
Well, to be fair, most generic bullies don't have plot threads for world domination.
This is true.
In fact, the very first Grand Brony Gala I got to work, which was the second year, I actually got to do my very first panel, and I called it Defending Equestrian Girls. And so, but I didn't want this to be a YouTube comment war. I wanted this to be informative, entertaining, and even interactive. So when I found out I got the panel, I started coming up with all my my jokes and what I'm going to say, and I announced it on the Gala's Facebook page, and I get 1 like, and I was so bummed. So I said, okay, you know what, dude, you're not going to have a big panel, or a big turnout. Just go in there and entertain the people you got. So I got all my gear. I get to my panel. I open the door, and I have a It's like, okay, bastard, let's see how funny you really are. So I get there. I start, setting up all my stuff, and more people are still filing in. Standing room only. I even have people who were standing. I'm like, okay, there's a lot more of you than I thought. I'm going to hide under the table. And I'm like, nah, just kidding. And I go, okay, here goes nothing. Hello and welcome everybody. And one guy saves me. It was Master Code. He goes,
oh yeah.
He goes, oh yeah, we came through the mirror. I'm like, you made a connection. Go for it. Go, 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 go. And I just kept going with it. And lo and behold, I got people laughing. I got them thinking. I had them asking me questions. Perhaps the best one I got was, why did the girls just instantly believe that Twilight was a princess? Why didn't they question it? I go, it's kind of hard to deny a talking dog. And which got a big laugh out of people. And but perhaps the best moment though is there was a guy there who was cosplaying as George R.R. Martin, except he called himself Meriton.
Oh, this guy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can even see how much Evan doesn't like him. Look at that disgruntled face of his.
What? Sorry.
I see you kind of look at your phone like.
No, sorry. I'm sorry. I just got kind of bored. I got bored, so I got bored. I was just testing.
And the one thing that I expressed to people was something that was said on the comic book panel at Everfree, which is Andy Price revealed that Hasbro really is paying attention. And they said, and speaking of that, for those of you who didn't like Equestria Girls, it was all your fault. Because as it turns out, Hasbro gathered mounds of fan art of the ponies as human characters. And I thought, okay, well, this is what they want. Okay, we can try this, and we can even, and plus it'll let us compete against another property who's taken a share of the market, which was Monster High.
Yeah.
So, and I say this, and that George R.R. Martin guy goes, ha! I highly doubt that was the fan art they were looking at. Now, I don't get what he's talking about. So I just keep going, like, well, it may not be the same design, but it was still the same concept. It came from our fan art. And he goes, not the fan art I've seen. Now
So he watches porn.
Yeah, now I know what he's talking about, and I just let him have it. I go, and what fan art have you been seeing? The whole room dies laughing and pointing at this guy. I'm like, is there something you want to tell us, or do you have to use the restroom? And I'm like, it's like, no, I don't. I'm like, all right. Offer still up. I look at him like, you'll walk right into that.
Yeah. Personally, really the only thing I wish they kind of did change, and this is one of the times where I will sound a bit off. I kind of wish they went with realistic skin color.
So they can match your anime fetish?
It's just one of my pet peeves. It's that I'm unrealistic, just unrealistic, like purple and all that.
I have an excellent idea. Let's change the subject.
Anyway,
Okay.
One thing I want to point out here is that during my trip I went to the movies after a while, and I finally got to see Christopher Robin, which was a movie I've been wanting to see for a long time. You guys heard about that movie?
I've been wanting to see that. How is it?
Honestly, what I thought of it, and if you guys don't want any spoilers, you've heard of this movie, right? Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Zach, you've heard of this movie, obviously, right?
Yes.
No, I don't keep track of movies.
Okay, Christopher Robin is a movie that came out just recently. It's basically like a sequel to the Winnie the Pooh movie. It's a live-action movie. It works, don't worry. But that stars Ewan McGregor, aka the best part of the Star Wars prequels, playing an adult Christopher Robin. He's being reunited with his Winnie the Pooh and his adult form, like just basically because he lost his childhood. He's like a business guy. He's like all over the place. He's a father that doesn't
the high ground, Christopher Robin.
It doesn't make any sense.
Oh bother.
But like so yeah, he gets revisited by Pooh Bear and Piglet and all the other guys. Honestly, when I thought of the movie, when the trailer came out, I thought it was cute. I thought, okay, that's a good idea. Try and like identify Christopher Robin, kind of like losing track of the child heart in his soul and everything like that. But yeah, I saw the movie, and if you guys don't want spoilers, I'll be answering your questions, by the way, in a couple of moments after this one. If you don't want any spoilers here, what happens is the first part of it's great. Like it shows like everything taken off from the last episode of the cartoon series, as well as all the about them like wishing Christopher Robin goodbye. He goes away to boarding school, and Pooh is and they don't show what Pooh and his friends are doing during this time. It's like he's asleep, but like he comes back and like the first half of it's good. Seeing Christopher Robin reenact with these old friends is just adorable. Then it kind of hits a curveball when it gets to the second part of to the last third of the movie. You guys have seen Hook, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Dak, you've seen Hook?
Yes.
You have? Did you say no or yes? I couldn't tell.
I said yes.
No, sorry, I thought you said no, yes. It has kind of the same problem as that movie. In fact, you can see a lot of similarities there. Like, it's good. Like the good stuff is like in the first 2/3, but the climax is just very much just like, okay, all right, it could have been better. Like one of the biggest gripe that was revealed in the trailer is when it comes to the characters, we all know that the show was about Christopher Robin interacting with his imaginary friends in 100 Acre Wood. But the thing I don't like they do in this movie, if you haven't noticed this in the trailers yet, it's fucking obvious. Yeah, so this is not really a spoiler, more or less you should have been paying attention. In the movie, the characters are real.
Yeah.
And
they've actually always been. It's just that when they're alive, think Calvin and Hobbes.
No, that's not how no, in the movie, they're actually physically able to be seen by other people. Not in the Calvin and Hobbes movie, like where Calvin sees them as real and everybody sees them as a stuffed animal. Like the wife can see him. The people they pass. Tigger scares a guy which causes him to crash a car into a vehicle, and he's like, "Did you see that thing move? It was crazy." See, I don't even know there.
I'm actually okay with that.
I didn't like it. Like here's the thing. You know about the theory about the Pooh characters, right?
No.
There's a theory going on that I think that makes sense. Is that each character from the Winnie the Pooh series is like a part of Christopher Robin's psyche. Like Tigger's enthusiasm. Piglet is fear. Owl is egotism. And like it shows. It really shows. It's a good theory. Nothing controversial. But like that's the thing though. It's just like that's what they were, figments of his imagination, and that's like it's like crazy. So you just see them like being portrayed as real. The only other thing that was kind of that I didn't really like about the movie this is kind of like a nitpick. It doesn't really harm it, but it's kind of like me. They didn't get Peter Cullen to voice Eeyore.
I actually have a question about the movie.
Yeah.
Did they or did they not Return to Pooh Corner by Kenny Loggins?
No, they didn't really play any pop songs per se or anything like that.
Son of a bitch!
It was really good. They play like the old Winnie the Pooh theme. You get to hear the Tigger song and everything like that. It's really cute. But like, hell,
Return to Pooh Corner is actually a pretty old song.
I don't know. I probably need to hear it to know what it is. But what's even cooler, they got a new song by one of the original Sherman brothers who composed the music for the original movie, and it was just amazing. It was just an amazing song.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot one of them is still alive.
If you ever get the chance, guys, look up the song "Busy Doing Nothing," and it's a cute song. It's a good piano song by one of the original Sherman brothers. If you don't know who they are, they composed the music for Mary Poppins. They did Robin Hood. They did all kinds of stuff.
All the old classic Disney films
and animated films. Yeah, they're good. They also did "Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow," the song from the Carousel of Progress. Basically, if you saw an old Disney movie,
and Small World.
Yeah, even Small World. Anyway, to answer some of the questions, I'm going to answer some of these questions here because there's a lot. Justin, do you own MLP trading cards?
Yes, I do. I have like a box. I have like a little box of them that I am trying to get rid of.
What about you, Justin Sprower?
I have some, but I haven't really quite learned how to play the game yet.
It has a steep learning curve. I can say that much.
I got a couple of autographed ones from Peter New, but it's that Twilight shipping game that they're in.
I have a couple. I have like a couple that are signed. I have one by Kathy Westluck that I got out of a trade. Dude was asking like $35 for it.
Derpy,
I was like, okay, I'll wait.
Derpy
2 months later, hey, do you still have that card? Gave it to me for like $5.
Derpy, his best pony says, "Can I have him?"
Kind of looking for money out of him.
I just like how when I asked that you like shuddered for a second.
No, because I'm like, okay, I haven't gotten anything for interest for the.
No, this was your face.
Like,
I'm gonna reenact his face. It was like it went from smile to like.
I'm like, wait, what?
It's like,
I'm like, wait, what? I'm getting an offer. Yeah, if you're willing to pay for them, I kind of do want money out of it.
I don't know. John Fan asks, if you want food, do you go buy it yourself? I want Zach to answer this question.
Wait, what?
The question is, if you want food, do you go buy it yourself? This was asked by John Fan, and I'm gonna direct it towards Zach.
I mean, I don't have money. I don't even have food in my house. If I can, I like to make my own food just because I like cooking.
That's right. I kind of make. One of my side ideas was to give Zach like a cooking video series. You know what I'm saying?
50 ways to cook cheese.
Oh my god! I don't know whether Zach likes the cheese jokes or not.
50 kinds of cheese. There we go.
Cheese.
Cheese
dipped in fondue.
Like Zach, does the cheese thing ever annoy you, or is it like?
Nah.
Nah. Tommy, what's up? Nah. The cheese jokes don't annoy you, do they? Only Cruiser would get that joke.
What joke?
It's a Room reference. You know when she asked, "Did you get the promotion at work?" Nah. You didn't get the promotion at work, did you?
What was your first clue?
Well, part of not like when we saw the Room screening, when she says that, I shout to the top of my lungs, "He just said he didn't! You got spooned for that!" You don't remember that? Do you remember that?
I don't remember you hollering it out, no. I remember tons of spoons, though.
We gotta go to another room
Alright.
screening. Next time we go to a room screening, we gotta bring Zach.
Yeah, these things really are a lot of fun.
It was great.
They are.
Me and Cruiser went up in the front of the stage and we threw a football to each other.
I've been to a Rocky Horror Picture Show, but I haven't been to a room screening.
Interacting with films is amazing. I love it.
Well, I've interacted with a comedian.
In what way?
Statler and Waldorf.
Stantler and oh, okay.
Because he was talking about how Daniel Radcliffe was with a horse.
What?
That was when whole thing was popular. And I shouted top of my lungs, Wilbur! I got him to. I got Uncle Yoda to laugh. I got the whole audience to laugh.
Anyway, one other thing I want to do tonight is, since we got all four of us here, I want to make an announcement right now and tell you that the new script from the wait a minute, here's another question I want Zach to answer. How does bacon wrapped deep fried candy bars sound?
Oh my god.
That just sounds like a travesty. That's like a bunch of good things put together.
I can feel my heart hurting right now. I can feel my heart hurting and my blood sugar spiking.
I'm dead.
It's like, you can't just keep adding good things and expect it to still be good.
Yeah, unless it's deep fried Oreos, in which that's delicious. So yeah.
I've never had
Twinkies.
I've never had a deep fried like any sweet thing.
I've had deep fried Oreos, Twinkies, and Milky Way.
I remember having a fried ice cream one time at a Mexican restaurant. It's delicious. You ever had?
It is.
You've had fried ice cream?
Huh?
Fried ice cream. It's a good thing. They like bring you in like this tortilla bowl. It's amazing.
Yeah, though I'm curious. I would be willing to try like a
I'd
deep
be willing
fried
to try that.
Oreo Twinkie or whatever.
A deep fried Oreo Twinkie. So like a chocolate pound cake
It's
with cream.
Oreo stuffed in a Twinkie, deep fried.
But are the Oreos deep fried?
No, it's a Twinkie in an Oreo crust that's deep fried.
Okay, so
I personally have seen deep fried Kool-Aid.
how do you deep fry a drink?
Basically, this is what they did: is that they take the batter, but they mix in the Kool-Aid flavor into the batter, and then just fry that.
It's amazing. Like I remember, going to a restaurant. It was after a convention. Me and him we went to this restaurant, right? And the con had got this. You guys have probably heard of this. It's like a meat. It's like a burger, right? Except the meat is cooked, but it's still frozen. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
It's like I forget what it was called, but it's like still frozen but cooked at the same time. It's like raw meat, but it's still edible. I don't know what it is, but
Tartare?
I think it was tartare. Yeah.
Because that's the one thing that's coming to mind is it could have been a tartare.
I don't remember what it was. I don't remember it was just there. I remember I went to the same restaurant a year later, and I should have gotten it, but it was like me and one of the, I think it was like the Dino Thunder Green Ranger, friggin', what was his name? That Australian guy. I forgot his name. I'm friends with him on Facebook. Oh, also I got a copy of Glover in my hands. I don't know why. Anyway, since the script was finished, I thought it would be a hey, Cutie Evie's here. You're here because I got some prize here. I thought I would send you guys the link, and we would do a live reading of the first part for the viewers of the script.
Okay.
You guys in?
You want to do this right now?
Yeah, right now. We're not gonna record it, but like we're just gonna do like a quick pre-screening.
Okay.
I think the viewers might like that. First, I gotta go take a piss. I'll be right back. But first, I'm gonna send you guys a link. First of all, I'm gonna just cover it so that one can see the link to the thing. Everybody enjoy Rainbow Dash looking confused at mustard. So we're not gonna display the script on screen. I'll just put in the private chat box so that way you can open it and take a look. I'll be right back. You guys talk about stuff.
Okay. So don't worry about the Brony fandom. Things are gonna be fine. If you want these concerts to survive, though, you gotta either attend or volunteer. Can't do
Is
either.
he going? Oh my god!
That's what you gotta do. BronyCon was definitely a blast. Had fun. I actually had to work a lot too. I had to do a lot of interviews and filming for other people, including Josh Scorcher. He was filming for a review, and I met up with him and his girlfriend at a panel. Just waiting for it to finish. He gets up there. He's setting up his camera, but his camera somehow was switched on in his backpack, and the battery was drained. And I go, well, and the panel started in 15 minutes. I asked him, when do you need this camera for? He goes, not until the end of the panel. And I go, okay, this is an hour long, right? He said, yeah. Okay, look, you can use my camera. Let me go back to my hotel room and grab it. So I walked all the way back, from that panel room all the way to my hotel, which, to be fair, was just a block away. But our room was on the 5th floor. I had to go grab it. And I also had to get my microphone, walk all the way back, and it was some Team Fortress 2 panel that they were doing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to submit to Keyframe by saying, can we just have a scene where it just shows us in the theater playing it, and Zach asked the question, why are we still playing this? I never seen the episode. And I would just respond like, because it was free, and that just cuts back to the episode. Okay, you guys got the script open?
Where did you send it?
In the chat box.
Discord.
Zach, do you have yours?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's how we're gonna do this. Okay, I'm gonna have Justin Jablonski do the voice of Miss Biz, and I also want you to like read what the action's going on. You think you can do that for me, Jablonski?
Let me pull it up on my phone.
Like you're gonna say like Evan walks stage right, and we're only gonna read up till when the episode comes out.
Oh, I know.
So anyway, yeah, guys.
Let me just pull it up real quick so I can get to the part where I need to be.
For you guys are knowing that just got here, we're gonna be doing a live previewed skip reading of the first part of the next episode. So yeah, thought you guys might like that as a little treat tonight. So yeah, I gotta get my Evan on. I gotta be my Evan. I gotta get the Evan on. Get the Evan on. Get the Evan on.
Evanon, apply directly to the forehead.
We gotta use that for a sketch, Jablonski.
All right.
It's like at the end of the.
What was the full bit?
Evan on skin cream for apply directly to forehead.
Okay, I think I can work with that.
It's like made especially by Evan. It just shows my OC doing this face.
No, I was thinking of you getting picked up and getting smacked on someone's forehead.
Like a little Evan is like thrown at someone's forehead. Okay, you guys got it open?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
I hope you guys like this because I thought it would be fun for you guys. So we're only going to read up to the first part we go in the theater. So I'm ignoring this first part, which I'm going to delete. You read out everything that's going on, and I'll do the do it there. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, begin. You read out everything in the box there. Waiting on you there, Jablonski.
Jablonski.
No, wait, there isn't any.
You write down curtain opens to.
Oh yeah. Curtain opens to the lobby decorated as if it was holding a funeral.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the Ponyville Theater of Friendship. And if you're wondering why it looks like someone died, well, that isn't the entire case.
Camera shifts to Zach looking at a casket in a framed picture of a slice of cheese with cheese of the month at the bottom and rest in peace on top.
Don't you think this is going a bit overboard?
You don't get it. It's what kept me going. What kept me sane. Now, it's gone.
Couldn't you just get your own? From the store?
It's not the same.
Yeah, he's right, Cruiser. A Zach without the cheese of the month is like a Zach without the cheese of the month.
That explains even less.
This isn't rocket science, Cruiser. I think we should give Zach some time alone.
Good grief.
Act 2. Birth. No. Zach is eating grated Parmesan out of a bag.
I can't wait to animate that.
Okay, now I'm strangely starting to become concerned. Is he gonna be okay?
I think so. Knowing him, he should be fine by the next cut. You know, like how a locust regenerates.
I don't get it.
Finster's... Oh, yeah, sorry, go on.
Studio office. Finster is in his office and is sporting a new haircut.
Yeah, because I had to change it from the theme song. It was like, not there. It's going to be crazy. So I got to go back and forth from Finster, I suppose. Let's see there. My voice is usually pitched down when I do the voice, but let's see there. Honestly, it's simple etymology. It all surrounds the metamorphosis of and the gender of the insect. Locust is a very interesting specimen.
All three ponies stare at Finster.
Oh, yeah. What? Even I paid attention to science class.
What the hell happened to your head?
Yeah, you look like Brad Pitt mixed with Adam Sandler. Well, how do you know this isn't Brad Pitt mixed with Adam Sandler, huh? Pretty sure we'd know. Some can't take a joke. With that said, let's talk ties.
Finally, we get to something I know about.
We've noticed that a lot of dress-up related toys are marketed towards little girls. Thus, we decided to create a product for the boys. It's a customizable tie kit. A kit where you can make customizable ties. As you all know, I sent you a demo and I want to see what you came up with. See you.
Honestly, I had a lot of fun with this. I even came up with this cool design.
Okay, wait, I want to wait for Jablonski to come back. So, yeah, we're going to have, like, several tie kits, like, displayed on theater. Okay, so, Cruiser said there. There. Is it related to music?
No! Yes. But I put a lot of work into it. Just take a look.
He reveals his tie design. The camera closes in on the tie to show it's covered in pictures of various musicians' faces.
Zach
Evan and Zach are impressed.
Oh,
Ooh,
oh,
nice use of colors.
Yeah, it's good, but nothing like my tie. You see, design wasn't my goal. I was aiming for creativity. I made my tie have a sticky note dispenser for those moments where you just need a helpful reminder. You can even store a pen in it.
Evan shows his tie, which has a sticky note dispenser and a pen holder on the side. Both Zach and Cruiser are also impressed.
Nice. I do have those moments when I need one.
That's amazing. I actually never thought of that. I'd wear that to work.
Zach, how about you?
Well, my tie was all about lightening up the mood, so aside it being covered in happy lamps, I also added a sound block that plays a laugh from video games, mostly JRPGs.
He presses a button and it gives a random laugh, the laugh from Final Fantasy X. Both Evan and Cruiser are impressed. Miss Biz walks in. Oh, please, you three wouldn't know what makes a good tie if it was strangling you. You see, my tie doesn't just looks nice, but also plays music. She hits a button on the remote and it plays Vocaloid music. Miss Biz cheerfully jams to it. The others are shocked. Miss Biz looks up. What? A mirror my age can't be hip with today's music?
Okay, I'm a music aficionado, and I don't even know what that is.
It's called Vocaloid. Finster says it's all the rage with Finster says nothing, looking away with pursed lips, whistling and twiddling his thumbs. Miss Biz is not pleased. Finster!
Well, it looks like it will be successful.
Did you lie to me?
You three are watching a rather popular Gen 1 movie called Return to Tamblon. People seem to like the villain in it. Good luck. I knocked over my trash can.
The ponies head to the theater. You said the kids love this stuff. What am I going to do with all those foreign CDs that I bought?
I'll take them.
No, they're mine.
I'm gonna have her like shriek out. It's like, no, they're mine. Okay, so that's the first part of the next episode, and I thought you guys might like that there. What did you like? What did you the three of you, Zach? What did you think of the script so far? Like,
pretty good.
Yeah.
Bye.
I appreciated the fact that he made my tie design less gay, because in the original version, it was just going to be Daniel Ingram's face plastered all over it.
Yeah, I was gonna get like different various pictures of Daniel Ingram, and like I was gonna have like random pictures of Daniel Ingram's face all over it in like different colors, give it like a tie-dye look.
And like I am Like, can you please change this to something less gay?
Play the Hoof Rock drinking game. Every single time Cruiser says Daniel Ingram, take a drink.
You'll only get 2 shots in.
What are you talking about? You talk about him all the time.
Not so much on the show.
Jablonski, I don't hear what you're saying. Can't hear you, Jablonski. You're muted. But like, yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, okay. Way too much.
You might want to adjust the volume there.
You might want to re-plug in your microphone.
How loud am I from here?
Oh, you're good. Otherwise,
Okay,
just
Okay. Originally, the reason why I said that was because Evan had Cruiser say it was inspired by Daniel Ingram, and he wanted only a face. I'm like, okay, let's take this to the max and have a whole bunch of them. And with Evan's tie, it was going to be a pun of a TIE fighter.
I didn't get that one. That's why I took it out. I'm sorry. Zach's tie, like...
There was also a few other cuts in there. One I'm keeping.
Yeah, you're going to keep that noted. For Zach's tie, it was originally going to be random anime laughter. I was going to get, like, the laugh from Zach Bell, and, like, Zach Bell's laugh, and I was going to have that be the first one that you hear. Like, ha 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 ha, that thing there. But, yeah, the whole thing there, but, like, it was, for Cruisers, it was either going to be Daniel Ingram or Tito Puente. I didn't know which one to choose.
Who the heck is Tito Puente?
You don't know who Tito Puente is?
No. Is he the face that's on Google right now?
Ew. No, Tito Puente is what's the thing, the instrument? A xylophone? He does, like, I think he does calypso. He's a xylophone player. He's a good artist.
But when I heard anime laugh, I'm like, no, it needs to be the Final Fantasy X laugh. There is no way around it. That is the worst, corniest one ever.
But it's supposed to be bad. That's the whole point. Why don't people get that?
I know, that's the whole point of it.
I don't care.
Like,
It is so phoned in. It had to be done.
Because it was supposed to be.
Oh,
I don't care.
Zach is defending this thing like crazy. Hey, Twilight X360's on. Hey.
I love Final Fantasy X.
And for those of you who are not asking, yes, I have seen a Gretzko on Netflix.
It is so relatable.
How should I say this? The show, like, it's entertaining, but it feels more like a meme than it does an actual show.
Originally it was like really short shorts.
Yeah, it's a lot better than the original Aggressive Retsuko.
Mm-hmm. And as far as
Season 2.
and for those wondering, is that actually death metal? To be honest, I'm probably not the best person to ask, because the only real death metal that I know is Cannibal Corpse, who is probably the most well-known name in that genre. And their style of death metal is very bassy.
Send it to me, Twiley. I'd like to see it. Twiley has another design for us. He's the guy that's doing the plushies. Sorry, go on.
Like, any of you, like, you could go to YouTube. So, yeah, I suppose, for the sake of the argument,
Shitty boss!
Shitty boss! I freaking love that.
But the one character, though, like, there's one character who I hate, and there's another one whose design I really don't like. The one with the design I don't like was the gorilla. She looks like an Easter Island head. And the character that I hate was that one who appeared in the second episode, who's that slacker girl. She was going to open up a new store and have Gretzko work for her, but then something fell
her.
I hated her. I fucking hated her.
I'm surprised you didn't say Tone.
Tone?
Tone gets a little bit better towards the end.
Justin
does. Yeah, I'll say that was like a redeeming quality.
It was like they wanted you to hate Tone so they could redeem him in the end.
I don't think
they did very well.
Federico is my favorite.
Which one is he again?
He's the boss, the pig.
Oh.
Which I have to say, the anime made it like a Retsuko won that like song battle, but no, Tone like wrapped her under the table.
He did.
Like he destroyed her.
Yeah, but that's only because she was too chicken shit to respond.
Yeah, she just screamed that he was a shitty boss and she won.
And then the next day, oh, I don't remember anything. Sure you don't.
Yeah.
But I am looking forward to season 2. As much as, like I said, I feel like it's more of a meme than a show, but it's still very entertaining.
Zach, you need to introduce Cruiser to more anime. By the way, we got another plushie design from Miss Biz, which I gotta send to Alyssa. And I'm sorry to change the subject here, but here's the design he sent me, and it looks freaking amazing.
You're gonna have to put.
Yeah, you'll have to post it because I'm not seeing Jack Diddley.
Can't see it. I got it on a clear cam.
Not really.
It's really blurry.
It's not blurry. It's like focused. I don't know how to get there. I have to open my email because.
But Netflix is supposed to be having a new anime movie coming out.
Oh yeah, I also when I was at my vacation, I finally got to see Castlevania. And Castlevania was great. I thought it was nice. Nice. Kind of don't know why they the only thing that was kind of weird is they made Vlad Dracula Tepes' hair black instead of white, but other than that, it was good.
Well, you're the guy to the Godzilla movie on Netflix.
Hold on, Zach. What did you say?
Speaking of Castlevania, Simon and Richter in Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, I can't wait to see.
Now we just need Trevor.
What I like is when they introduce Richter, he shouts, "Be gone, monster! You don't belong in this world!" As a reference to that.
Yeah, that was my favorite thing. That's my favorite video game line of all time.
Yeah, like
is the "Die, monster! You don't belong in this world."
Now you know who needs to make an appearance.
What?
Captain N.
The Game Master.
Because they got all the characters now from that show in it.
Even Game Boy.
Well, they don't have not King Hippo.
Well, other than King Hippo, but
Hey, Pro Gamer's here. Pro Gamer, how you doing?
They got most of the characters in there, so now we need Captain N.
Welcome to the stream. We got a new guy, Pro Gamer, and yeah, this is a stream we've done for about 1.5 years now. We do streams beyond the thing to fill up our channel. Probably gonna be moving the stream to another channel soon. I'm gonna keep you guys updated on that. But Castlevania was much more violent than I thought it was gonna be. My favorite line there is when Trevor just says, "I'm Trevor fucking Velmont, and I fucking kill vampires." That's a line he says.
Reminded me from Ready Player One. It's fucking Chucky. The one time that they had to drop the F-bomb, it was perfect.
Fucking Chucky.
I'm still planning on getting that on either digital or Blu-ray.
That was great.
Yeah, I doubt we're ever going to see Ready Player 2.
I don't know.
Actually, they from what I've heard, he is working on a sequel.
Was there a sequel to the book?
Or a movie?
Don't know yet. I think from what I've read is a book, but it could also be a movie from what I've heard.
Yeah, like I still stand by with what I said about the movie. It is worth seeing. It is very entertaining, but honestly, it's just basically the Member Berries movie.
Yeah. I haven't seen the movie, but I read the book, and the book, it reads like a bad fan fiction.
It's supposed to. It banks on being a nostalgia nuke, but yeah, the movie is better than the book. I will say this, even though I don't agree with a few of the changes that they made, I still wish they had the Lich battle from the book.
I recently watched a video about the differences between the book and the movie, and the movie's definitely is banking on that nostalgia even more by it kind of being the Goonies, but cyberspace.
I kind of saw it. It was pretty good. It had like a Spielberg feel to it.
Yeah, because he definitely put a Spielberg feel into it when the book was all about everybody's on their own, no one's working together.
Well, still, the movie wasn't bad.
Let's see here. In other news, the new Hoof Rock is done. It is actually a bit different though, because it's set up more like a debate with Brony, and we want to know what you all think of the song after you hear us talk about it. It's a different setup. It's shorter, but I'm still waiting on Finn's lines for Hoof Ride, and I'm hoping I can get Keyframe to join me in the episode after his, which will be Bad Seed.
My God.
Because for those of you who don't know, the original version of that song was meant to be more of a Beatles song, but instead we got whatever that monstrosity was.
It's gonna be interesting because Cruiser doesn't like the Beatles.
I didn't say I don't like them. I just said I don't get the hype.
It's good. It was innovative music at the time for
The Beatles?
Yeah.
They were like one of the first real boy bands.
Honestly, yes.
Mainstream boy bands, at least, for the most part. I mean, like, you look at, like,
because Keyframe's a big Beatles fan, I want to have her on the show so that she can talk about the Beatles sound, and I can talk about whatever it was that we got.
Question: What is it? What is it? I'm sorry if I changed the subject on this one. What is it like talking with her? What is she like outside of her videos? She a nice person?
Yeah, she was good to. She was nice to me.
Hmm.
I haven't had that much interaction with her though, so I anything.
It's funny.
Why?
I was just curious. I was just curious. Curious. I didn't know what kind of person she was. She just caught my interest.
And also, I do have the interviews from BronyCon, and we're actually going to try something a bit different. We are going to try a Space Ghost setup with these interviews.
I don't know if I can edit another one, man. I don't want to. Depends, like.
What?
Do you know how this? That's something I've been meaning to ask you. You said you. For those of you who don't know, friggin' Cruiser's friends with Bill Manspeaker from Green Jello, and he was on Space Ghost as himself, was it, or was it just a character?
Well, his character Marshall Stack.
Yes. Question: Does he know how the interview process of Space Ghost worked? Because he wasn't so much interviewed. He was in a sketch. It was like more of a scripted sketch. Like, I don't know whether the Space Ghost interviews were like rehearsed or they were scripted or anything like that. Then they kind of like play. You know, it kind of depends on what the I have to see like behind the scenes stuff because like Conan O'Brien uploaded the entire interview with him and it was kind of like more seemed scripted.
It probably was because they weren't, you know, they didn't really come off as actual interviews. Especially our Bill's didn't. His definitely came off more like a sketch.
Well, it was a satire. That was the thing. I don't like the original Space Ghost pilot was that they used for like for like pitching it. It was like literally made with stock footage from Space Ghost with like a stock interview they had of Denzel Washington and showed him like answering questions. Heck, in the first episode,
how is this going to be a problem for these interviews?
I don't know how I can animate that.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know. Like,
Dude, it's simple. You already have me behind the control. That's it.
I'm sorry. You have to repeat that. Like, you kind of blacked out in sound.
You have my OC behind the control panel like you would on Hoof, and the interview's playing on a monitor. I would say, so you'd have my OC saying, "So, Mr. Larson, what do you think about the fans who did like Fame and Misfortune?"
Oh.
Cut to his answer, and he says they're idiots. You cut back to me, I go, "Gee, thanks, I actually liked it." Cuts back to him, and then he explains how we feel to enjoy it. Not that hard.
And still, I have to see I have to take a look there. Like, when it came to the interviews at BronyCon, I was kind of hoping to do a separate series from anything pony themed. It was more like just interviews with con goers. But yeah, if you want to give it a try, go ahead. I just don't want to. Like I said, I'm trying to find work now, so I might be slow on it. That's going to be the big downer on it. But I'll see what we can do.
Well, dude, first of all, these are my videos.
I know. I didn't say you couldn't. I was just giving I was just saying.
Okay, I mean, Constars, that was my thing. That's what I started.
Yeah, I know.
And keep in mind, the other thing you have to realize too is that this isn't like what you filmed when we did the interviews with Andy Price or Katie Cook. This was, them sitting at a table, and there's a bunch of people in the room asking questions one at a time. It's not me sitting next to them with a microphone going back and forth. So
that's fine.
It's not that kind of setup.
Wait, press pass. Weren't you able to have the ability to get a private chat with the guests when you get your press pass, or is that
No.
That's weird. I had a friend of mine.
There's a scheduled press conference that you need to show up for.
Oh, they do that. Okay, sorry. I went to another con who went. I had this friend. I think you met her one time. She's the half blind girl.
I think so.
Yeah, she whenever. Please excuse me. Like when I do a nice hoodie, Jablonski.
Thanks.
Sorry about leaving you guys out of this one. Like I said, I'll give the Space Ghost thing a try. But like what I was saying was because I thought you did this thing because my friend actually does a online show, and I forgot what it was called. I apologize. It was like called The Nerdist or something like that. And she usually does a private session with each person to interview. Then again, I guess it differs on conventions, which is fair enough. But yeah, I can try.
Usually it does.
We'll give the Space Ghost thing a try. See how it goes. I just gotta find time to do them. But we'll see what we can do.
The other thing I need to find out is that they said I wasn't sure what were the ethics of using other people's questions in the videos. They told me that you can definitely use them. Go right ahead. In fact, I think some of them even preferred to have the entire interview out there. However,
I'm sorry. The person in the chat room, nerdy Chic Universe. I think that's her in the chat room right now. She's the girl that did the interview. The half blind girl.
okay.
Oh, Mari, I miss you. I can't wait to see you again. Sorry, Cruiser. I just wanted to point that out. Check out her stuff.
But I don't know, which questions are worth using, because whenever I do an interview, especially at a convention, I want to ask questions that you would not hear in a panel. Sure, there's something to be said about silly questions or fun questions that is related to the show, but say, for example, one of the people I interviewed was Peter New, and who does the voice of Big Mac as well as a bunch of other characters. Well, incidental voices, we'll say. But I really didn't want to ask him anything about Big Mac, because everybody has said, what they want to ask him about the character. So instead, the first thing I asked him was, I asked about his new short film, Woodman, which Evan has seen. And so I thought that was more interesting to talk about.
So, and I apologize if you got the subject. You were saying you were questioning the ethic about using other people's questions.
Yeah.
Guys, what do you think? Like, Jablonski, you're a writer. What do you think about that?
I would say give a certain amount of time for people to ask them, then screen them.
No. I mean, like, if he were to use apologize if I'm getting this wrong, Cruiser. Like, if he's in this video, he uses answers that were asked by answers that were answering a question asked by another person. I'm saying this right, am I, Cruiser? I apologize.
Fan questions, basically.
Yeah. Rather than using questions he asked.
Usually it would depend on convention. Most people don't mind. Personally, I would say it would depend on the question itself.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm having Brony look them over and have him determine which questions are worth keeping. For example, there's one question during the interview with Peter New and Bill Newton that I am going to completely leave out. Someone actually asked them about he said, not to get political here. I'm like, oh boy,
yeah. As soon as someone says that, no.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, he didn't really quite go into politics, but he did ask, you guys, one comes from Canada, one comes from Australia. If there was something, if there was one, policy you could have here in the States, what would it be? And they basically just said the whole healthcare stuff. But still, I do not want that in there. That is not why we're here. And sure, it may seem like an innocent question, but no, I do not want those in my. I do not want something like that in my video.
You could do so. If you did, I know a way you could kind of wrap around it. Like in Space Ghost, there's a running meme where when the guest is there promoting their stuff, Space Ghost would interfere with it without them knowing. They would cut to a commercial, when he's recording. You should play off that and do something with it.
Plus, the other thing too is that the press conferences, they were 30 minutes long, so I have close to 30 minutes worth of footage. And you leave a static shot on there for too long, it's going to get boring. That's why I want to have cut back and forth between the interviews and the Hoof Rock set to make it a bit more interesting, to make it a bit more entertaining.
That's good.
So because the last BronyCon press interviews I did, Kurt wasn't around to help me with them.
Believe it or
So
not.
I had to quickly learn by myself how to piece together an interview, which I did. I had used iMovie, and I am proud of how I was able to do that.
There you go.
But I definitely know that Kurt has way better material, or not material, but
Experience.
experience, yeah.
Programs, yeah.
Experience and programs to help me with this.
Nope.
So I wanted something that was to that level of quality. But he gave but he did say though that the more kind of cuts and edits you make, the more the price tag is going to go up. That's why he suggested the idea of doing it like Space Ghost. He didn't say that word specifically, but that kind of setup. And because it's a BronyCon special, then I can actually make this a bit different.
Mari, I'll be answering questions in a moment. Yeah, Mari, sorry I couldn't go to AFO because I was in PEN at the moment, Pennsylvania, Delaware, DEL. Jablonski, why are you in the hood?
They got the air conditioner like right here.
I don't hear anything. Usually the only air conditioning I hear is from Cruiser because Zach doesn't have air conditioning and Cruiser likes air conditioners or fans.
Which shocks me because it's a wall unit. Those things are usually loud.
Zach, do you have air conditioning?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, like the one at my old house was like really bad, but like since we moved like 2 months ago, the air is like actually like super good. Like it's so good that sometimes I actually have to close the vent because it's too cold.
Dang. I mean, like I always thought you had the ability to like resist hot weather. Kind of like me when I had my first car and I didn't have an air conditioner working. Hell, my air conditioner in my car doesn't work now. So yeah. I mean, it does.
I've actually been driving more since my family left. I'm able to use the car.
Yeah, you don't want to be like in that Jimmy Neutron video, parents just don't understand, where you accidentally crash the car. Or like your mom comes on the camera phone and she's like, "What are you doing to my car?" Or something like that.
I'm peeing in the shower.
But yeah,
It's a good movie.
I've been driving, getting practice in because of my move. We're gonna be apparently there's gonna be my family and I are gonna be moving to a different house in a couple months. At least that's what they're planning. But December, like late December, January, I'm gonna be moving to Georgia, and it looks like we're gonna be going to South Carolina after a few months.
Yeah. Cruiser's going to hell.
Oh, I got a timeshare there.
Actually, I tried going there once, but some red dude bad down there without you.
I'm sorry, your audio cut out at some red dude.
No,
I said I said some red dude brought me back and said, "Isn't it bad enough down there without you?"
No, I met that red dude. He said he didn't want me to take his job.
I'm sorry, that just killed me. He's like, "I'm sorry, some red dude job," and he just cut back in at.
No, okay, this I ran into that same red dude. He said he doesn't want me to take his job.
What? Michigan was bad until Cruiser came in and reverse that. Hell, Michigan. It's a real place.
No, Florida.
No, there's really a place called Hell, Michigan. You guys know that?
Did not. Nope.
Look it up. I'm being serious. Hell, Michigan is a place like
Oh, so Bay City.
my mom's trailer park. No, really. There's a place in Hell, Michigan, but from what I read about the name, the rumor is when the guys were discussing what the discoverers of the area said, what should we call it? The guy's like, I don't know, you can call it Hell for all I care, and he took it literally. That's the actual like rumored story there. He gained after that they gained 10 pounds over the Christmas holiday. They was fruitcake.
Let's see here. So yeah, that's what I have coming up.
Jake Arnold!
Next year, I am going to try
Sleeping?
to go to 3 pony cons. Babs, Brony, and Ciderfest. So I am going to start selling and saving now. I actually have a couple of figures I'm going to put up. I got a Diamond Select figure of the Punisher from the Netflix series that I'm going to put up. It's unopened. I got a couple of signed MLP Funko vinyls that I'm going to sell.
I thought you said you didn't own any of those.
What?
Did you say you didn't own Funko? Oh, wait, Funko. I was thinking of pop vinyls. I'm sorry. Go on.
Well, these are signed pop vinyls. I got them for free because of the thing. So I figured, okay, we'll get them signed and try to sell them. I have a box filled with Sonic the Hedgehog toys that I'm going to sell.
There's a guy in our chat that's named Brony Simpson. It's just a picture of Bart Simpson's head on a pony. It says, "I'm a fucking Brony." You're my favorite noob commenter. And Jake Arnold's back. I haven't seen you in a while. Jake Arnold.
Did you guys see the video that I put into the Facebook chat last night?
What was it?
It's Brokenware.
No, I didn't see that.
I didn't see that, but I did see Tusk.
Oh yeah, I asked my dad about that and he said, nah, it wasn't so good.
For those of you who don't know, it was a film from Kevin Smith, yes, Silent Bob, and
he's my favorite nerd!
He tried making a trilogy of horror film. The first one was Tusk, the next one was Yoga Hosers, and the last one's supposed to be called Moose Jaws.
What about Red City? That was kind of was Red City a...
Never heard of it.
I don't know, I might be thinking of something else. Anyway, go on.
But anyway, film itself, like, it starts out rather good, actually. It does. It's got Justin Long and Haley Joel Osment.
In which form?
Podcast. What's that?
In which form? Haley Joel Osment. The one with the beard or the one where he's Sora?
The beard?
Okay, just making sure.
Not sure why that matters, but
yeah, he's the voice of Sora.
Anyway, they do this podcast that kind of, looks at, it's called the Not See Podcast, Notsee.
I know where they got that joke, and it's stupid.
Basically, kind of like they look over like videos that have gone viral because of people were stupid, and he goes to Canada to interview this guy who was basically like the Star Wars kid, except he actually cut off his leg. Found out that the guy committed suicide as soon as he gets up there to Canada, and he's like, man, what a selfish prick. He commits himself before I can even do my interview with him. So he's up there, yeah, so the guy's a bit of a douche. So he finds a guy who wants to, share his stories with someone before he passes, and he finds someone who is basically kind of crazy. He had this life-altering experience with a walrus, and he wants to relive those days, so he tries to turn Justin Long's character into one.
That's not right.
It has a creepy setup. It has a good, atmosphere. But then suddenly it gets to Johnny Depp's character. Yeah, I can't believe he got him either.
Oh my god.
Who comes off as, who is a detective and somewhat of a Jacques Cousteau kind of character. It's like, so you just put comedy with horror, and you can do that, but it has to be the right comedy. Zombieland, they did it perfectly. But here's, this weird detective with a French-sounding accent, telling him to do like all these, weird, odd things, and it just doesn't work. And seeing the Tusk suit is a little creepy.
This movie sounds boring.
I am glad I saw it.
Yeah, it's fine.
I give it like maybe a 3 or 3.5 out of 5. But it's not his best. Yoga Hosers I have not seen, but that one supposedly flopped even harder.
Harder than you doing a belly flop?
Ouch. I was actually watching the Ed Netty. I was actually.
Uh,
I was watching the Ed Netty episode where they go to the creek and they're trying to get Kevin's spot, and the one scene that stuck out to me was when Johnny's on top of the rock and he just dives off. Double D blows the whistle. He's like, "I'm ready, coach," and then he just dives off the rock, doing a flip, and then he just lands with a belly flop.
Ouch.
Only to emerge from the water with a suntan, saying, You think I made the team plank?" Zach, you watched Ed Netty growing up, didn't you?
Yeah.
What was your
actually
favorite?
got banned from my house.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
My
My little sister.
mom banned me from watching because I kept quoting the show all the time.
That's why I got banned from my house.
It's a
because my
good
little sister
show!
doing that. I blatantly ignored it, at least when it came to...
Yeah, when I first saw it, I was like, yeah, I can get it. It's like a cartoon, like our version of Beavis and Butthead kind of thing. But then I looked at it again, I'm like, okay, this is
Way
cute.
worse.
Yeah. I like what Derby put down here.
At that point, my mom knew I was desensitized because I used to watch Ren and Stimpy.
I never liked that show. Derby's best point said Ed, and Evan.
He wishes.
I wish.
Yeah.
Which brings me up to a huge thing here. I actually have seasons 1 and 2 on DVD. These are the only full season DVDs that are out there aside from bootlegs that were officially released by Cartoon Network.
Yeah, because apparently it's just cheaper to throw them on iTunes.
Yeah.
Are they on iTunes?
Special features.
In fact, one of my special talents in life is I can actually recite the entire episode Stop Lookin' Ed from start to finish, word for word. For the most
I
part.
knew someone that could reenact Monty Python and the Holy Grail word for word.
Nice.
That's a part in Ready Player One, the book, where he has to go through all of war games. He has to go through all of Monty Python.
Yeah, there's.
I'm actually glad that they didn't do the war games and they went with The Shining, because oh my god.
That was a good reenactment. I don't care what anybody says. That was a good
That was
reenactment.
glorious and I loved it.
Like when they saw the kids at the end of the thing at the hallway, everybody in the theater's like, "Oh boy."
I wish that they kept the Monty Python and the Holy Grail bit.
Well, they had the holy hand
will
grenade.
say that-
The holy hand grenade.
Yeah,
was
they
in
had the
there.
holy hand grenade. But they didn't do the bit. He didn't do the bit, which I was actually kind of sad. 1,
They did.
2,
They did the bits.
5, 3, sir, 3.
They did the bit. The 8-bit.
Huh?
They did the bit. The 8-bit. That was a joke, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Here's actually something interesting that happens at BronyCon. That's not going to happen anymore. Is how much the hotels get involved in this, and that's why they actually have these cool like BronyCon key rooms.
That was cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Or the one we stayed at had this button.
That was nice.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
like I loved how much the city got into it, or at least that one section of it.
They even had like little banners on the street street poles, from what I've seen.
Yeah, they had banners hanging from the street poles.
And I'm Abbott.
that
Yeah,
was-
because it was like a big moneymaker. Anthocon actually has something similar. Oh my god, the whole city gets involved with it.
And I'm Evan.
And Evan had me get him this just so that he would make a trailer for free.
Yeah, the Hoof Rock trailer was that with that. By the way, the Hoof Rock episode's going to cost you $50.
Cost me what?
I apologize if I'm doing this live on here, but your trailer is going to... But for the race there, since it was under it was 5 minutes or under, your Hip Rock video comes to about a total of $50.
50?
Yeah.
It was supposed to be 40, dude. You went from 30 to 40 to 50.
30 to 40. What are you I cut my discount. Remember, it was the way my rates work is I go 10. My rates go from like 10 and under is 50. Anything over that is from like. I have to see my rate card. Sorry.
So then, how much is
Oh.
is a 3-minute episode?
Oh wait. No. Hold on. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, you do have you are getting you did get $10 off because you did that thing from you did a favor for me, which I said I'd knock $10 off. Never mind. Sorry about that.
Well, you said you do the audio for free. I guess, and that's how much audio costs. $10.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna throw in there. Anyway,
Yeah. You can... No, because I'm not against paying people to do jobs like this, but let's get one thing straight. I'm not rich. None of us here are.
Rich, I wish. I fucking wish.
I hope.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's why I'm hoping this deal I have with my first first web development client goes well. I can charge her I can charge her $30 an hour legally. See you guys.
So
I get paid per article, and I don't make that much off of them.
yeah,
I need to fucking do better. I need to step up with this shit. Oh my god.
as great
Oh,
as
and
the
speaking of article writing, Evan, I want to talk to you about something else.
Let's sell Zach.
Not worth much.
What are you talking about? Zach could be worth a couple of money. Let's sell Zach.
As great as the internet is, the one downfall about it is there is so many people making content these days that there's like a giant oversaturation of stuff.
I can understand that. I mean, like, have you
That's
ever?
why I'm expanding everything. That's kind of why it's. I'm not just focusing on one thing. I'm doing different things, and I am trying to find work in a newspaper if I can help it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's it's fun to make. Don't get me wrong, but in the heydays of when AVGN first started, this kind of stuff wasn't around. But now they see how successful it is, and everyone else is trying to get a piece of the pie. But it's like maybe the piece is like about that big, and for us, it's
actually it's smaller. It's. I will say this is the reason why a lot of people think it's easy work. It's not. I've been writing for about 7 years.
Yeah, to come up with stuff with content like that is crazy.
And it's not easy. It's not fun. It's nice to be your own boss, but at the same time, you have to have a schedule. You have to know what you're doing, and that takes time and experience. I didn't start getting a paying writing job until this year.
Yeah, I mean, like, even with me with Mystery Brony Theory and Shadeside Studios, I actually do have a task book and an entire thing of things I gotta take care of. Heck, you may not be able to see it, but above my two monitors right now hanging from my TV are the schedules of everything I have to get done on what date. Please, God, kill me.
Mm-hmm. It's fun, but it's a lot of work, and it's very costly when you're first starting out. And so many people are, and because YouTube is now acting up, the adpocalypse, as we all know, people are making lots. And also now, I'm not going to say much about this incident, but with the whole Alex Jones thing, people are worried about, they could just.
I'm sorry, your audio cut out at the whole Alex Jones thing. Repeat that.
Yeah, I think because the whole what happened with Alex Jones, people are afraid that they're going to be just banned within a blink of an eye.
Who the hell is Alex Jones?
Alex Jones.
He's the frog's gay guy. Turn the frog gay.
Yeah, the water is turning the frog's gay.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, here's why I step in. Evan, basically, Alex Jones is a podcaster and he believes in a lot of crazy conspiracy theories. Anything from 9/11 to the government is making the frogs gay. Some people believe that it's legit. Some people say that he's just putting on a show. However, within the course of just one day, YouTube, Facebook, Spotify,
Apple.
What?
Apple.
They took him off all their platforms. They said it was because of hate speech. Well, when people went back and looked through a majority of his podcasts, they couldn't find anything that was related to hate speech. And that's when people started to realize, like, wait a minute, is there actually a conspiracy going on here? And everyone's kind of wondering, were they completely within their right to take him off? Now, to be fair, yeah, they are private companies. They can run their business how they want. However, it's not going to look good on all these companies because the guy, again, was a giant conspiracy theorist. And by them doing this, they're going to think there really is one and go after them.
It's a double-edged sword.
You cut out there. What was it?
It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, it really is. And rather than just letting the people decide, whether they think, this is too much for them or like if he's too crazy or not for them, they just decide to take him off.
I don't know.
Surprisingly, Twitter hasn't. Twitter said, like, we'll keep an eye on him, but right now he has not violated any of our rules. But it's just... when people realize that this could happen, they realize the same any of them for just saying, anything. There's no real set stone of what they refer to as hate speech.
Well,
no.
that's the thing, and this is kind of where I get to a lot of people is where does it end?
Mm-hmm. It's regardless if you find it offensive or not, at some point you have to learn to deal with it. People are
guys. I hate to interrupt the conversation here. We are actually past the final 5.
We're in the final 3.
Okay,
yeah.
so
Hoof Rock is coming out soon, hopefully within tonight or tomorrow. I do have also interviews I'll be going up soon, and I will be putting up stuff for sale on eBay. I'll ask Evan to tweet out to you guys the links, and hopefully I can make some sales.
You should talk to me more. I could put some T-shirt designs. Okay, Zach, you have the floor.
Yes.
He likes blue cheese.
Yes.
This floor is dirty. I should mop it. There we go.
So just yes.
Pass it on.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Jablonski, go on.
A couple of weeks, birthday next Sunday, and drink your motherfucking drugs.
For me, Mystery Brony Theater's coming along. I hope you guys like the script reading tonight. Next week, you know what? I think I have an idea for next week, actually.
Ooh.
Aside from your birthday, what if we had a thing saying fan art live? We should get as you guys should help us out here. We get as many people here to draw fan art of us as the stream goes on.
Hopefully, it'll be better than when we try those stupid pony games.
I don't know. Maybe.
That was
Maybe we can throw in a few commercial viewings just for shit.
I don't know. Let's shut the giggles to. I want to make more content
maybe
there.
a riff live. That would actually be pretty cool.
Yeah, if I had the time to make one. I'm also going to be working hard to see if
not
I
even have to make. No, just slap on a video that we could use.
Anyway, after this, I'm going to be working more on Ness's Bizarre Adventure, which is going to go by 2 names. Cruiser should have Hoof Rock up by tomorrow. Tomorrow I got to look for a new place to work, which might affect the streaming schedule. If it does, I'll keep you guys updated and stuff. But yeah, we're gonna be working hard on stuff. We got a lot going on here. I got a lot of shit on my plate right now. I got to work on Bruce's work next week. Probably have to invite him over first time at my house. And yeah, we're gonna try our hardest, guys. We're trying our hardest there. If I end up changing the schedule, I apologize, but we're gonna try and see what we can do. So good night, ladies and gentlemen. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Just gotta make it fade to the title card. So yeah, Cruiser. I'm sorry. I'm a jerk to you. I don't know why I'm a jerk. I apologize. Cruiser. Cruiser.
I was wondering if people were gonna think if my screen was frozen.
That's a good. It's like your
face is like absolutely frozen.
Yeah, it's like you're like friggin' Drax from Infinity War.
Yeah, and I was trying to keep it calm with the breathing too. Like
next week on MySTREAMy Brony Theater. Next week on MySTREAMy Brony Theater.
That was something that would have been brought up. That would have been pretty cool. Was
yeah.
Was Disney and whatnot.
Next week on MySTREAMy Brony Theater, a Cruiser eats a coconut. He will.